What's up guys, Hobbo88 here and welcome back for part 2 of my initial impressions videos for iRacing Dirt. Essentially I kind of made a bit of a boo-boo in the first video where I didn't think that I had access to the truck where I in fact did. So let me just quickly go in here and we will have a look. If you have a look at the garage, you'll remember in the last video that my setup was for Richmond or something and it failed tech. Well, I didn't realize, but all I needed to do was go into the iRacing setups and select Eldora and it passes. So I was looking for a dirt version of the truck, whereas in fact all I needed was the normal version of the truck with the correct setup. So my bad. But that's all good, because it means we're good to go now. And we can have a look at what the Camping World truck is like on dirt. Time for the Mud Summer Classic, guys. And I'm expecting this will be the most difficult car to drive. I mentioned that in the last video. And yeah, I'm not expecting this to be too easy, that's for sure.
.185.
So far, so good. Nearly lost it.
20.215.
You know, watching these things at this track in real life as well, like, there's an awful lot of being patient. Awful lot of being patient. Waiting and waiting on the throttle.
21.51.
So far, it seems like that's definitely the case here in iRacing as well.
.299.
Slowly getting a hang for it. Remember, this is my first time in the truck on dirt. Well, it's the first time I've been in the truck in forever. I very rarely ever drive it.
20.818.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Just would not turn. And again, uh-oh, uh-oh.
.21.715.
Got to get it hooked in at the corner a bit more. Finding it very hard getting off the turn.
.19.937.
Obviously still on a heavy track. These things are only going to get harder as it gets slicker.
19.803.
That's all.
.159.
And that's a spin. So we might just stop that there. We'll go back out again. Hopefully not hit the wall this time. This is definitely going to be a car that is sorts Out the good drivers from the bad. By far the most difficult car to drive, as I thought it would be.
.839.
Really struggling with the exits of the corner. A little bit better.
19.862.
Oh, turn 2 especially. There's another spin. You can see compared to the other cars especially how much longer it's taking me to get a handle on this one. Baseline setups for all the other cars felt pretty good. Waiting very patiently.
20.519.
The struggle is real.
20.966.
That's about as good as we've gotten it through turns 2.
.951.
Oh, washed off way too much speed there. Slide. And you don't want to be using that much log either.
21.495.
Quite a lot of work involved getting accustomed to this car or truck.
20.452.
Starting to get a bit of a feel for it. And as I say that, there's the wall again.
20.303. .085.
Getting a little bit more consistency in our speed.
19.812. .839.
I can already see the Eldora truck racing is going to be good fun.
19.997.
These things are hard to drive, and I love that. Certainly going to sort out a few though. There's going to be a lot of people that hate it.
19.921.
Especially those that just stumble across it the paved series, I assume Eldora will slot into the schedule there as it does in the real world. There's going to be some paved oval guys that just hate this.
20.335. .261.
Alrighty, so we're actually going to call it quits there on that at after about what, 10 minutes. Let's just go ahead and go back and take a look. We had a pretty decent run back here for a few laps, so let's go back and take a look. And that wasn't one of my good ones. That's the one where we had the spin down in turn 3. Might even skip forward a couple of laps. Looks like we're running decent around about here. As difficult as it is to drive though, it's highly rewarding because you have to put in the effort, that's the thing. They're not supposed to be easy to drive either. You expect it to be a challenge. And these cars, trucks again, like I say, mentioned in the first video, are going to be hard to drive. They've got a lot of power, small wheels, not a lot of weight in the rear end. Designed for dirt. So you have to expect that they're going to be difficult to drive on dirt. It's just the way it is. Pretty good fun though when you actually get it right. I imagine they're going to be pretty hard and the track gets slick. I'm looking forward to slick tracks, I'll tell you. I reckon they're going to be good fun. Funnily enough, it looks very real. It's what it was to watch these things in real life at this track. Like I say real life, I mean on TV, but they forever look like they're struggling with traction, you know? That's good. Alright, so what we're going to do real quick is go back. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a treat. I've still got that same landing image there with the first video's information on it. But what we're going to do real quick, go back in here and we're going to have a run in the limited late model. And we're going to go to, where would be a good track for that? Let's go to USA Speedway, actually. I think would be good. So we're going to have a run in the limited late model at USA Speedway. We're just going to go here and have a quick mess around in this, and then we're also going to do one of the sprint cars as well, lower powered sprint car, maybe a 360. We're going to have a run in that. We'll probably go to Volusia Speedway Park for that. So we've got USA loading up now. Because we don't want this video just to be a short one with only one car and one track. So if I'm showing you guys all of the content, I need to show you a little bit more of a range of these cars that got multiple variations. So this is the slower of the late models. Let's see what this thing's like at USA Speedway. But remember, it's a lot less power than the big super late model that we ran at Volusia before. The key is definitely keeping it straight. You don't want to wash off too much speed. You hear it bogging down in the mid-corner.
25.305.
It's also interesting with the truck, I've only just realised now, no tear-offs, obviously, there's a windscreen, but no mud build-up on the screen either, so interesting to see whether or not anything gets implemented there.
.433.
So, still a fair bit quicker than the street stock. Whoa! Hook on the wall, there we go. Still quite a bit quicker than the street stock. A lot more timid than
26.416.
the super late model was. That thing is a beast. What a weapon of a car that thing is. This is a much more docile car than that. It still has the same characteristics, like driving off that front right wheel still. It's a terrible corner. Well, I said that.
25.16.
So much more friendly to drive than super late model, but it also depends as well. Like, it's kind of feels underpowered as well at the same time, which is part of the challenge, obviously.
25.91.
Momentum type car, but yeah, it feels sluggish in the corners. It's obviously quite fast still in a straight line, but so that's not too bad there. We managed to keep the momentum up better.
24.786.
Actually got a little bit of bent steering from all this wall contact too. I'll just go ahead and pull it into the pits real quick. We'll go ahead and run out there again. Hopefully won't bend it this time so we can take a look at the replay. USA Speedway is one of those tracks, it's a little bit like Williams Grove in a way, where you've got long straights and sharp corners, so you get all this speed in a straight line, and then all of a sudden you've got to wash that off when you get to the end of the straight. Pretty easy to get into the wall.
.859.
Love that mud splatter on the visor.
24.506. .455.
Just turn laps like this all day. So much fun.
24.619.
I'm going to go ahead and park it real quick. We'll watch the replay for a couple of laps. Just realised I need to go back. If that's going to be the case. It's not the best shot. So no rear wing on the limited late model. Which makes it look a little bit funny. And you can see that it doesn't look or sound anywhere near as violent. You still get that same chassis flex, body roll and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, the characteristics are the same. It's just a little bit less powerful. Still looks equally cool, no doubt about it. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead, back out of here. We will come back in one last time. And should we go with the 305 or the 360 sprint car? I suppose we should do the 305 to show both ends of the spectrum. So let's do that, and we're going to go to Volusia Speedway Park. And again, you just have to excuse the fact that my graphic that I'm using here is not for this video, but it's kind of relevant. It's the initial impressions, so this is all sort of still an initial impressions video, so I'm just calling it part 2. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to get out here and have a race in this stuff. The dirt racing is going to be very, very interesting. But before all that, let's do some laps in the 305 sprint car. Volusia Speedway Park. Really wind it up. So far, far less powerful than the big 410 subsequently. Again, much more docile. It's not trying to kill you.
15.786.
Actually drive it fairly comfortably, you know. It doesn't feel like it's going to get out of hand on you. Being a little bit less power, and in a track like Volusia as well, you can hold it flat.
16.542. .644.
Oh, had to throw a little
15.679.
opposite lock into it there, and it washed off a lot of the momentum. I didn't lift. It's just a momentum car.
15.855.
I'll tell you what, even though it's
15.875.
less powerful car, it's still a bundle of fun to drive. 410 would be very good at this track. It's a fast track.
15.81.
And even this version of the car, you can feel the wing pulling the car down onto that left-hand side. It feels weighted, it feels connected to the ground.
15.995. 16.122.
Let's go a little bit wide up there at turn 1 just to see what it's like.
$16.97.
Again, barely any input at all into the steering, which is what you want. You want to do that with the 410 sprint car. That'll be fast if you can get away with that.
15.869. $15.735. $15.813.
Still loving those tear-offs. They look fantastic.
15.66.
I think we might go ahead and back it down. Probably the easiest of the pit entries to get into, this one, really. Let's just go ahead and sit back a few laps. And again, although it might be the smaller power plant inside this sprint car, it still looks 100% dead accurate on the track. I haven't watched a lot of these 305 sprint races before, but I have watched a fair bit at Knoxville. And they're definitely a momentum sort of a car. You got to drive them different. You can't, you can't really push them on the ragged edge and be out of control like you can with the 410 and still be fast. You drive like that in these things and you lose all your speed. They're going to be a hard thing to be competitive in. They really are. That's an interesting challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing how that all pans out. Change cameras for a second. Very cool. So that marks the end of this video as well. So what we've seen now is we've seen all the cars. The only things we haven't seen, in essence, is the 360 sprint car and the Pro late model, which are the in-between versions of those cars. So that's all that we're missed so far, and I think that it's a pretty good coverage of all the content for you guys to get in, have a look at, get an idea of. My impressions haven't changed since the end of the last video. Everything I said then still stands. I'll tell you, the truck is a hard thing to drive, and that's going to take a little bit of working on for anyone to be competitive in. But that's a challenge that I think is great, and I can't wait to have a bit more time in that car. But other than that, nothing else has changed. I still think all the same things that I said at the end of the last video. So again, I'll quickly say, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Holbarrow88 for all of the latest polls, fan votes, and any other general information will get posted up in there on Twitter. So make sure you come and follow me over there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It means a lot, and I appreciate all of you guys who have subscribed so far. We're already creeping up towards 3,000, despite only just passing 2,500 the other day. So appreciate all that. As I mentioned in the last video, if you're wanting to join Up to Dirt and iRacing to get involved, if you're going to sign up, please refer me. My email is in the description below. Make sure you punch that in at checkout, and that will give me a kickback. It won't make any difference for you guys. It's a nice little extra thing you can do for me. I appreciate that. And that's about it. I'm not going to go on any longer with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.